to the fire?
Sorry, I had enough officer, sir, but officer use force to get out. The inmates after they already get born, sir.
Now, hang on. Did you observe when the fire was taking place between the wall, did you observe correctional officials or prison officers attending to that fire with fire extinguishers?
Yes, sir.
You saw that?
Yes, sir.
And did you observe the point at which that fire was extinguished or out?
Using water, sir.
No. Did you observe yes or no, did you observe the point where the fire turned to smoke and then there was no smoke or fire anymore? It's okay, hang on. Just a moment's indulgence. Okay. Did you observe when they out the fire?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and what took place after the fire was out?
Bodies started come out building, sir.
What's that?
Bodies, born bodies.
No, we're talking about the fire with the hole within the wall. The first fire where there was a hole in the wall and there was a fire and officers extinguished it with fire extinguishers.
That was when I was in the kid, sir.
So you didn't observe what occurred after that fire was out, when there was a hole in the fire and the hole in the wall?
Yes, sir.
You're saying you didn't observe what took place after that?
Yes, sir. I observed that big smokes, black smokes are coming from Capital Division, sir.
Right. Did you observe the prisoners? Did you observe the point at which that fire was out? Prisoners being evacuated from Capital Block B. Did you observe that?
Yes, sir.
You observed that?
Yes, sir.
And did you observe, you said you observed Superintendent Pilgrim and Senior Superintendent Samuels as well?
Yes, sir.
And when would you have observed Senior Superintendent Samuels' presence?
I thought.
No, but at what point? At what point in that day you would have seen him?
Morning hour, sir.
Right. Did you see Senior Superintendent Samuels? Let me try to narrow it down for you. Did you see him before or after Carlson was taken down?
After, sir.
You saw him after Carlson was taken down?
Yes, sir, because after they come to Capital B.
Right. Did you see him, did you observe him at the point before or after the door to Capital Block A was locked?
After, sir.
At what point, and you say you observe him at the point where Capital Block B was being evacuated?
Yes, sir.
Very well.
How much longer are you going to be?
Probably a few minutes more. Less than 3 minutes.
Okay.
How much more minutes you said? I should be 3. I just wanted to get on this particular point. You said you saw at some point Gladwin Samuels a rock being thrown at him?
Yes, sir.
And did the rock hit him? Did you
No,
observe?
sir. No, sir.
Nope. Did you observe rocks being thrown at other officers?
Yes, sir.
Those are all my questions.
Mr. Williams, just a few questions. In your statement, you said that you heard other inmates saying that the prison task force line up the prisoners in the yard with shields and batons and guns. Does that normally happen in a search?
No, madam.
It doesn't normally happen. To your mind, why would that happen this particular day? Why would they come dressed in quote-unquote riot gear?
I don't know the reason.
Pardon?
I don't know the reason, madam.
You don't know the reason why. Okay. And when you said that they assaulted Ali Cock, when you say assault, what do you mean?
Using force and pushing, like Warner had shield and knocking him,
Okay, so they pushed him with the shield.
yeah, and force up like this, so he stand like this, can't move anymore.
Okay, so they only used the shield to push him and surround him, like to keep him in a box.
Yes, madam.
Okay. And what about Collis Collison? Did they do the same to him? Did
Yes.
they surround him, keep him in a box?
Yes, madam.
Now, between Steve Alicock and Collis Collison, were both their behaviors the same when the task force surrounded them with the shield?
No, madam.
What was the difference? How did Steve behave? How did Collison behave?
Steve tried to cooperate with the police, Warner, what? After he see it, you get assaulted, he tried to.
So, Steve cooperated with the task force, that's what you're saying?
Yes, but
So when they surrounded him with the shield and pushing him and so on, after that, did they get to take him away or was there a fight?
take him away.
They took him away, there was no fight.
No fight.
Tell me about Collis Collison now. You said their behavior was different. Their behaviors were different.
Yes, madam. Was using shield and baton, assaulting him, and get him on the ground. When I got him on the ground,
So, to your mind, why would they need to use a baton and put Mr. Collison on the ground? And they didn't do that with Mr. Alicock. To your mind. Why you think they would have to do that?
do it because his name was called in a different story on the chair.
Say it again, I didn't get that.
The warner said it was the head or some person controlling Capital E Division.
The warden said, say that again, I'm sorry.
He was the mastermind behind things that's been
Oh,
going on.
so Mr. Collison, the warden said he was a ringleader.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, I understand. Let me go on to this next question. Thank you. You said several inmates were allowed to exit the building. This is capital A in your statement, right? Several inmates were allowed to exit the building. And an order, an instruction was passed to lock back capital A. Now, they were allowed to exit the building. It was open, not so?
Yes, madam.
And they were given an order to come out.
Yes, madam. 5 at a time.
Right. So after they were given that order to come out, 5 at a time, why is it that the door was ordered to shut back? They already got the order, come out. Why they had to shut back the door? What happened?
Because inmates from the Capital E
Inmates?
was inside Capital E.
Yes.
Packing them things. Some inmates was packing them things, right? And
You were at the
Some must
cage.
sleep.
You were in the cage at this time, right? You were in the cage?
no, madam, I was in Capital B.
You were in B.
Yeah, because after they closed by Capital E, then I come over to Capital B.
Okay. So when they opened capital A again, they opened capital A again after you came out?
No, madam.
Okay. All right, let's retract. They opened capital A to let capital A come out, right? You
Yes,
were in
madam.
capital B then.
Yes, madam.
And then they ordered that the door for capital A be shut. You were still in capital B.
Yes, madam.
Why do you think they ordered that door to be shut?
I don't know, madam.
Can you tell me if you observed any kind of disorderly behavior in capital A? They were shouting, carrying on, pelting stuff at that time?
I hear shouting, but I can't see anything because,
But you heard shouting.
yeah,
And it was like a riot shouting, like disorderly, like everybody behaving crazy. Was it that kind of shouting?
no, madam.
What kind of shouting was it? Can you describe for us?
Shouting, proper food, people are in prison long, 4 or 5 years on remand,
But
waiting trial.
I don't understand, Mr. Williams. Help me to understand, right? They allowed some of the prisoners to come out of capital A. And then, without all of them being out, an order was sent for the door to be closed, or there was an order to shut the door.
Yes, madam.
I wasn't there, you were there.
Yes, madam.
What would cause an officer to order the door to be shut when all the inmates weren't out as yet, and start with capital B? I'm trying to put something there. What would cause